Hi everyone, it's me Angel again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Attention to all SSS members, claimants, beneficiaries, and employers. Naglabas guys ng napaka-importanting advisory si SSS na dapat alam nating lahat as SSS members. According to SSS, para sa mga SSS members, claimants, beneficiaries, and employers, na suspected or confirmed na nag-commit ng panloloko para lang makakuha ng kanilang benepisyo at loan transactions dapat mapigilan at maparusahan sa ilalim ng Circular Number 2023-014. Ano ba itong mga kinoconsider fraudulent benefit and loan transactions? So number 1, filing of a benefit transaction for a non-existent contingency. Number 2, pamimeke, falsifikasyon, tampering o pagbabago ng mga documents. Guys, especially doon sa mga magkiklaim ng benefits, okay? Yung mga mag-claim ka ng sickness, maternity, tapos tinatampered mo yung mga documents, no? Hindi legit at hindi valid yung documents na sinubmit mo kay SSS. Nako, iwasan mo po yan. Number 3, maling representasyon o pagtatago ng katotohanan or information. Number 4, paggamit at pagsusumite ng anumang falsipikado ng mga documents or information. Kaya siguraduhin guys na kapag magkiklaim kayo ng benefits kay SSS, make sure na wala kayong binabago doon sa mga documents and make sure na lahat yun ay totoo and valid. Number 5, disclosing to any person or entity the login credentials in the My SSS portal, including personal or confidential information resulting to acts or fraud. Guys, ingat-ingat kayo doon sa pagbibigay nyo ng mga login credentials nyo sa ibang tao, ha? Kasi baka mamaya hindi nyo alam, may nakafile na palang SSS loan sa account mo nang hindi mo alam. Make sure na confidential po ang iyong mga credentials, login. Make sure na ikaw lang po ang nakakaalam niyan. At kung may nakaalaman yan guys, make sure na baguhin mo agad yung password mo, i-update mo. Okay, number 6, other analogous cases as may be determined by the SSS. Ngayon, ano naman ang responsibilities natin as a members, beneficiaries, claimants, and employers? Number 1, keep login credentials in the My SSS portal secured and strictly confidential. The SSS shall not be liable for any fraudulent act due to access or use of My SSS portal by any person or entity with whom the login credentials and other personal or confidential information were shared. So ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo guys na make sure confidential yung mga login credentials nyo sa SSS. And kung meron mang nakakaalam, make sure na i-update mo agad yung password, baguhin mo. Okay, kasi dito guys, malaki ang possibility, no, na bigla ka na lang magkaroon ng loan dyan nang hindi mo alam. And worst pa, paano kapag na-claim nung nag-apply ng SSS loan, no, nang hindi mo alam? Tapos, hindi niya binayaran, no? Pagkatapos ng ilang years, napansin mo na lang, ang laki-laki na ng penalty sa loan mo, bigla ka na lang nagkaroon ng SSS loan na hindi ka naman nag-loan. Kaya lagi niyo pong i-check ang inyong SSS online account. Lahat dyan guys, ma-check nyo contributions, loans, no, loans history, benefits transaction, no, kung merong nag-claim. Kaya lagi mo pong i-check yan. Number 2, provide the following when submitting benefit and loan transactions. Certification with undertaking that the information and documents provided are true, correct, and accurate. Letter B, consent for the SSS use personal information. Letter C, other certifications or requirements as determined by the SSS. Number 3, if suspected and or found to have committed fraud, continue to pay their mandated contributions and existing loan obligations. Ngayon naman, what are preventive and punitive actions against fraud? So meron sila dito guys, under preventive. So a benefit transaction suspected as fraudulent based on the initial evaluation by the SSS shall be immediately rejected and subjected for further verification. So punitive, benefit, and loan transactions found to be fraudulent based on formal investigation shall be reported to relevant law enforcement authorities. And under preventive, during the period of verification, online submission of benefit transactions by the affected individual through the MySSS portal shall be temporarily restricted or disabled. Kaya ingat-ingat guys, hanggat maaari, wag na wag talaga kayo gumawa dito ng anomalya, no, sa SSS online account nyo, and make it secured. Under punitive, individuals who committed fraud shall be disqualified for a period of 5 years for each fraud cases. 5 years, guys. From the following SSS programs and services: letter A, application to any loan program. B, availment of other voluntary programs and privileges. And C, online submission of any benefit claim through MySSS portal. Okay? And under preventive, submission of loan applications by the affected individual, whether online or over-the-counter or SSS branches, shall be not accepted. Another preventive, affected individuals shall required to proceed to the SSS branch or office for verification. No, pupunta pa kayo guys sa SSS. Naku po. Alam niyo naman ang pila sa SSS na napakahaba. Full access to their MySSS account portal shall only be restored when their benefit or loan transactions have been verified to be in order. And under punitive, an employer who assisted their employer or any person who assisted another individual in the commission of fraud shall be subject to punitive actions. So, still under preventive, all benefit and loan transactions with preliminary findings of fraud shall be endorsed for formal investigation. And punitive, individuals may file a written request for reconsideration of the findings before the SSS Fraud Oversight Committee. If sustained, an appeal may be filed before the Social Security Commission. At ano naman? So, what awaits benefits and loan transactions that are proven to be fraudulent? Number 1, SSS shall immediately institute stoppage or recovery of funds disbursed through its accredited disbursement channels. Number 2, in case of non-stoppage or non-recovery of funds through disbursement channels, affected individuals shall be demanded to return the full amount within 15 calendar days from receipt of official notification from SSS. And number 3, in case of non-returnable funds within 15 days, the full amount or any remaining portion unrecovered shall be deducted from the individual's future benefit, loan, and or other proceeds. So make sure guys na naintindihan nyo to, no? Kasi mahirap na kapag darating na mag-claim ka na ng benefits mo, magulat ka na lang merong deductions. Dahil meron ka palang nakabinbin or meron ka palang mga pending na dapat ayusin mo kay SSS pero hindi mo naayos at binawas na lang nila sa iyong benefits na ina-avail. Okay, keep tuning in my channel at maging updated tayo sa SSS Advisory. Thank you so much for watching everyone. God bless!